maybe it's exclusive content or the ability to network with some of their peers that they wouldn't typically be able to get with just, any other marketing program. Maybe it's some really cool swag, like, like something that's memorable so that they're going to want to, because the ultimate goal is for them to kind of take that away and want to brag to their friends or their coworkers to say, hey, you'll never guess what I did the other night. I did this wine tasting and got, these amazing glasses of wine sent to my house and it was so cool. And they're like, oh, who did that? Well, the sales rep that I know. And then there you go.
Exactly.
Yep, exactly. So like however you can make the experience unique for the customer, whatever way, whatever ways, whatever tactics you're using, just make it as unique as possible.
Also within the vein of events, and what we just can't lose sight of is that the I'll call it the production value of the experiences we deliver is super important. Value has to be there, utility is there, and we're no longer interrupting folks within their day. We're no longer, that the targeting is no longer appreciated. It's really, used that word earlier, like the context needs to be there. So really, I think we used the word a lot in 2020 about having empathy. I think that's never going to go away. And building experiences, understanding where folks are, their moment of need, having, being there for them is something that, we have to continue to do and work hard at. And I'll go back to what I said before, like we still have to sweat the details, not just in the events, but sweat the details in every experience that we have. It's almost like a sixth marketing sense we need to make sure we maintain and have skill sets on the team that are given permission to act and work like that.
So if you can do something that's unique, like a wine tasting, or, I gave the example too of Terminus doing the Porsche Drive experience. If it's something that's so unique that I'm like, you know what, I need to clear the decks. Let's make sure I attend that event. That's what gets me in the door more so than anything else is a unique experience. And then once we're in the event, one of the things that I really appreciated about the format that Terminus used at their event with Purple Cork was having the breakout rooms. It really made the event engaging. You couldn't hide off camera and just sit there silently. You had to engage with your peers and network throughout it. And people are giving and taking advice freely. And it really felt, that was the closest I think I've ever come in an event, a virtual event, to it replicating the feeling that I have at an in-person event.
There's this expression, right? Like in marketing, you want to surprise and delight. And when he shows up in the room, you're like, this is not what I expected from a champagne sommelier. This is delightful. This is so much more like lighthearted and fun. So yeah, really lovely. And for us, so on the ROI side, like, because we work on these like really hairy digital problems, like we just love being in the room and hearing what people are like hitting their heads against the wall, and it's hard to get those conversations going. It's there's a lot of competition, there's a lot of content, there's a lot of noise out there. For us, the ability to have like small group conversations and really hear what people are dealing with, like, and give us the opportunity to showcase our ability to empathize and provide direction and help them like work through these things, whether or not they become a client or just a peer that we can reach out to, like it all, that getting to that conversational piece is just really challenging and really, really important for our sales cycle.
I don't know if it's that we're all sitting at home in our yoga pants and don't want to get dressed and get out, or if it's just so much more effort to get in the car and drive somewhere, get in the train and head somewhere. So we have to make it an experience. It can't just be the traditional networking event. That used to be the draw. The draw used to be that you're going to meet people in your domain or that you can do business with. And now people are looking for experiences. They want to establish those connections, but they don't want establishing those connections to be the center. of the activity together. They're looking for thought leadership. They're looking for experiences where they're doing something that's, completely different than their day job, and gives them an opportunity to have a little fun on top of conducting business. So we're really trying to get creative around how we do that. We've done events with Purple Cork. We've done cooking events. We've done some virtual events that are really experiential as well. We try to tie some of our events to other industry conferences where people are already out, so we can capitalize on that. And then we keep the relationships going and keep the conversation in motion through a series of virtual events and follow-up.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of that, like post-conference, post in-person roadshow, do something virtual.
Yes.
Where you can pull together the same group, maybe even recap some of the takeaways from the conference. It just keeps the momentum going.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think events have really shifted from one-time interactions to an expectation of an ongoing relationship. And so it's another way that you can cultivate that relationship over time through a series of really architected or really thoughtfully put together experiences.
It's not a one size fits all. That's another important thing. Like 3 p.m., 6 p.m. Pacific East can work for me, and maybe might not work for another company. Maybe wine works for us, but for another company might be bourbon or maybe non-alcoholic, So the good thing is that Purple Cork does offer different types of events for different types of people, and you kind of have to tweak your strategy each event to see what's going to fit the people that are going to be present.